Good morning. This is my trusted assistant, Miss Cleopatra, and I think you've seen her in the last video as well. She really likes to be around me. She's a very spoiled kitty, and she likes to stay with me. Not all the time, but she's super sweet. Don't take it to bed with you, because I'm telling you, it's not good. Do as I say, not as I do. Hello everyone, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming back and watching my videos. The topic of today's video is sorry about that. The topic of today's video is weight loss, and I do have a couple of notes here because apparently I cannot follow my train of thought. And let's talk about weight loss, and let's talk about weight gain and what does that mean for me, at least. I went on the scale recently, and I'm the heaviest that I've ever been. I'm 97.2 kilograms. That's a lot of weight. That is a lot of weight. I've never been above 95 kilograms, but here we are. And I know I have to make a change in my life because I don't feel happy with myself anymore. And up until this moment, I feel like I was stuck in a moment where it was an emotional moment where I was chasing somebody and he was not chasing back. And you know, when you feel, I'm not blaming him whatsoever for my gain, like he's not related to that, but when you feel emotionally stuck and you don't feel that you're good enough, that comes with a lot of shame, and that comes in a very ugly form. It's like a monster chasing you that you cannot escape. And yeah, let's talk a little bit about weight. I've always been overweight, or at least I thought I was overweight, because looking back at my pictures in my 20s, I was about 75 kilograms, and I'm 164 centimeters, and that's not a lot. Now I'm heavy, but this is not a tragedy. Like, the weight that I have does not define me as a person, and I'm trying to get out of that mindset. It's very hard. I still have to work with my therapist on this, because if you're overweight, you know what I'm talking about. I do have here a couple of notes. For me, weight is equal to shame and not being good enough and not loving myself enough, because I got to the point where I am. And one thing that I learned in therapy is that if you want something, you have to believe you deserve it. You have to believe it. It's not enough for you to say, yeah, I deserve that, and then go back and doing your old stinky habits that don't give you any benefit. You have to believe you deserve better for yourself. And I think this is where I got stuck with my weight. I don't believe that I deserve better. I don't believe that I can be better. So I want to take it easy on myself. I want to lose the weight, but I want to feel good about myself, and I want to do it slowly. And I set a goal with myself, and I said that I want to give myself 4 months up until the end of the year, and I'm not giving myself 4 months to lose the weight. I'm giving myself 4 months to implement better habits, because I know that small, consistent habits are what is going to lead to success in the future. So it's all about consistency. And I've learned about consistency by journaling. This is the only thing I've done consistent since 2018, I think. When I felt like the crappiest I've ever been, I took a pen and paper and I started writing down what was hurting me, and I can see the benefits of it. Like, whenever I feel overwhelmed and have a lot of emotions, I go back to writing it down, and again, I have to keep that consistency over the other things that I'm doing. And I do want to share with you guys what I want to do to lose the weight. Maybe there's somebody that wants to join me. I don't know. I know there's a lot of trolls on the internet. You know, troll away, whatever you want to do. But if you're looking for a sign, you know, you want to start doing something better for yourself, let's do it together. Let's share this moment together. It doesn't matter if you drink 1 extra cup of water a day or you walk 10 more steps extra than you did yesterday. That is still better than you did yesterday. Am I right? So what I have as a goal for myself is the following. I want to give myself 4 months until the end of the year to make these changes. And the first change that I have to make is my sleep schedule. I work night shifts. I finish my shift at 12:30. Once or twice a month I have to work until 7 in the morning, which is super damaging to my whole being because I'm tired for like 3 days after that. My goal is to move on a day schedule, and for the moment the best that I can do is stop spending time on my phone, on YouTube especially, before I go to bed. Up until YouTube it was Instagram. But with Instagram, I put in like a 1 hour limit, and my usage went from 3-4 hours a day to 1 hour because that's how much I have. And I open Instagram most of the times because I'm talking with my friends there and we send reels and I have to reply, because if I don't reply, they are gonna think I've died and they're gonna start calling. That happened before. So that's why I only kept it to 1 hour a day, so I have time to reply to my friends. But I have to do that with YouTube as well, because spending 3, 4, 5 hours on YouTube, it's not good. If you leave it in the background and do stuff around the house, fine, but don't take it to bed with you, because I'm telling you, it's not good. Do as I say, not as I do. It's not good. Leave the phone in another room. Next one, better food. And by better food, I mean more protein and more veggies. I like veggies a lot. I'm not a vegetarian, but I do like a lot of veggies in my meals. And the most important thing is having an eating schedule. I'm very chaotic when it comes to eating at the moment. And in the morning, I don't eat protein. Maybe I eat a piece of bread with, I don't know, a cucumber and what else? A tomato and maybe a piece of cheese or something like that. And I don't have a consistent eating habit. Like at 8, I know I wake up and I have breakfast. At 11, I have a snack. At 3, I have lunch. It's all over the place, and because I don't eat a lot of protein, I feel hungry. If I eat a lot of meat and veggies on the side, I know from previous experience that I'm going to feel better and I'm going to feel full. What else do I have here on my list? Stretching every morning. I like stretching. Stretching makes me feel better. I feel better mentally whenever I'm stretching, not just physically. So I want to implement that every morning when I wake up. I have a 15-minute video for stretching. It's mostly for like lower back. I'm going to leave it in the description. Maybe other people want to do that. It's not mine. It's just a random girl I found on the internet, but she's awesome. So that's another thing that I want to do with myself. Just stretch every morning. One other thing I have on the list, and I've been trying to implement this for a long time. I got a book about mindfulness and meditation. I read about it. It gives you a couple of tips and tricks on how to stay grounded and how to do the whole process. But guess what? I haven't done it yet. I also have an application. It's a free application called Medito. I'll try to find it and put it here somewhere on the screen. I want to do a 10-minute meditation a day. Another very important thing that I haven't done in like 3 months is working out. I have not been to the gym in 3 months, I think since May. And I have like a clear goal. 3 times a week, go to the gym, and have 1 hour walk each week. The next thing I have on the list is read a little bit more. I have an audiobook that I'm listening whenever I'm doing stuff around the house. Is the 12th Wheel of Time book. I think it's called Gathering Storm. I'm on the second half of it. To me, that does not count as I read something because it's audio and I do stuff around the house, and it's kind of what I do, is like part of my routine. So I don't count it as reading, even though I've read that like 3 times already, so I know what happens. I still like it because I have a sucky memory and I forget details. But if you're looking for good long series, fantasy, epic, Wheel of Time. By the way, that TBR video that I put in, I think I've only finished like 2 books from that list. Don't come after me, but just as an FYI. And the last thing that I have on the list, the most important one, is continue going to therapy, because I think is the best thing that I've ever done. If your head hurts or if your back hurts too much, you go to the doctor to see exactly what is going on. In the same way, I say, if your soul hurts and if you're not feeling good with yourself and you don't know where it's coming from or why is it affecting you so much, go to a therapist. Don't rely on your friends as a therapist, like Carrie did in Sex and the City, because it's like the blind leading the blind. Going back to weight loss, I want to do this for myself because, firstly, nothing fits anymore in my closet, and I'm going to have to go back to the office and I don't have anything to wear anymore. I was thinking recently at relationships and how we have expectations from people that we're dating. We want them to be kind, we want them to be smart, we want them to be funny. We have all these expectations from them. We want them to give us this stuff, but when it comes to expectations from ourselves, we disappear. We don't show up for ourselves. Let me rephrase that. I have expectations from other people and I don't show up for myself. And this is a problem because I cannot ask somebody to do something for me when I don't do that stuff for myself, or I don't take care of myself. It's nobody's business to take care of you, no matter who they are. Your parents, your sister, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. It's your job to take care of yourself, and not only take care of yourself, but to love yourself. And this is a difficult thing, as long as you believe it's difficult. So let's start showing ourselves a little bit more love and be happier. Let's believe we deserve to be happy, and we deserve to have good things, and we deserve to, be loved in return, and, not feel ashamed that the dress you bought 6 months ago doesn't fit anymore, because maybe you had a good time in this time and you went out with friends and you ate and you enjoyed yourself, and this is a measure of how much you loved yourself. But you have to go the other way around as well and show yourself you love these bits of yourself and you need to take care of them. Anyway, it's been a long video. Thank you so much for listening. I would appreciate a like, a subscribe, leave me a comment. If this is something you want to do with me until the end of the year, leave me a comment. Let's do it together. Sometimes you just need a buddy to encourage you to do these things. And maybe I can convince my sister to do this with me. What do you say? I know you're watching. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate this. And take care of yourselves, love yourselves, and kisses.